Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me, the Geist, and I've been recently doing some alternative music, and I want to keep that train going a little bit. Mostly because I want to talk about how much I hate the moniker alternative music. Um, what is it the alternative to? The 80s, the 70s, the 60s? I mean, yeah, for its time period, you understood what it meant, but Rat was the alternative to REO Speedwagon. The Sex Pistols were the alternative to the Eagles. The Eagles were the alternative to the Beatles. The Beatles were the alternative to Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley was the alternative to, I don't know, John Philip Sousa or something. I don't know. I hate that moniker. I don't like terms that describe something that will go on and on and on. It's like modern art. When people think about modern art, they think about something that was made within the last 20 years. But in the art world, modern art is very specific to the 1950s. And it's a stupid way to describe something. I mean, I'm into linguistics. I'm into the literal meanings of words. I'm into the way people say things. So, it's modern art. No, it's not. That shit came out like 60 years ago. It's postmodern. Okay, all right. Now you're talking about 10, 20 years later. What am I doing? Postmodern, modern art, alternative. It's the alternative to the alternative. Or here we go. Let's talk shit about grunge again. Oh, it's grunge. No, it's not. It's distorted. It's heavy metal. It's punk rock. I mean, at least those terms have a very specific meaning. Rock and roll has a very specific meaning. New wave has a very specific meaning, and country has a very specific meaning. Rap has a very specific meaning. I mean, I could go on and on. That's why I hate terms like alternative and modern and postmodern. It's great for the time, but after years, it's stupid. I mean, it's like putting politics in art. It's great to hear Suicidal Tendencies do a song called I Shot Reagan. But who gives, I mean, these kids today, they're like, "Oh yeah, that was that guy who was going to push the button, right?" Nobody cares. Yeah, if I went to a suicidal show, I'd want to hear that song. But somebody who's 18 could care less. So I just okay. Let's get to the music. That's what we're here for. So I've been on this alternative rock kick, so we're gonna keep it going, and we are going to talk about a band called Bunnygrunt, a split with a gentleman named Phil Wilson. Bunnygrunt is from St. Louis, Missouri. They are on Happy Birthday to Me Records out of Athens, Georgia, which is basically an alternative music compound down there ever since REM, I suppose. This is a beautiful record. We've got the digital download, silkscreen, nice card stock going on here. So Bunnygrunt doesn't play in St. Louis very often. They're more on the East Coast, Florida, Georgia. That's where you're going to find them, even though they are from St. Louis. Phil Wilson, I don't know much about, so let's check it out. This alternative train keeps on rolling. That was The Secret Life of Brown Bear by a great St. Louis alternative rock group called Bunnygrunt. And, you know, this band should have been pretty big by now. I mean, they're just as good as Pavement, Husker Du, Camper Van Beethoven, Pixies. They're a great band. Um, I didn't realize how old they were. I've only been privy to this music since 2005, 2006. But I had no idea this band has been around since the early 90s. And it's crazy that nobody knows who they are. So let's check out the other side by a fella called Phil Wilson. I tried to find out some stuff about him, and I really couldn't. This song is called Lee Remick. And Lee Remick is an actress who Oh, she died in the early 90s. Very young. I think she was in her 60s, maybe 50s. She had liver failure, cancer, one of the big ones. And I don't really remember her other than in a movie called The Omen, which is to this day one of the greatest horror movies ever made. Uh, as far as the devil genre goes, it's probably second to The Exorcist. Yeah, I'd probably say that. Um, but let's check it out. This is a great song. I kind of want. I fantasize that he's related to Brian. That's a beautiful song. And shame on me for not finding out more about this guy or seeing what kind of records he has out because that's really good. And shame on the alternative rock industry for not promoting Bunnygrunt more than they should because Bunnygrunt is a great band. So that's all I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. And next time we will get back to the hardcore and the punk rock and the heavy metal and the rah and all that stuff. But I've just been on this kick lately, and I figured, oh, if I'm on this kick, let's do some Bunnygrunt. What am I doing? All right. Remember, recycling is good. Fish don't have any feelings, so you can eat them. And if they did have feelings, I'd eat them anyway. They're pretty delicious. And the world is yours. Enjoy it.